Hi Sagittarius and welcome. My name is Elizabeth Bratcher and I am a psychic medium and I've come here today to do a reading for you for the month of June. So thank you very much for taking some time to watch my video and to get to know how I read and things like that. At the end of the video, if you'd like to, I'd really appreciate it if you click subscribe, and also if you like the video, please don't forget to click that thumbs up as well. So remember guys that I am reading for a few of you, so not everything's going to resonate, so just to take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't, okay? How I work with the monthly reads is I cover, first I have a look at love and relationships and all of that kind of energy, so friendships, family, all those sort of things will come up with that. And then I'll have a look at work, I've said I think every single reading, work, relationships, work, career, business, finances, all of that kind of energy that sits there. And then I'll just have a look and see what else comes up as well. Okay, so anything that you need to know, I'll just let flow through the cards. So you'll also find on my YouTube channel that I do little daily reads, which is just a little bit of insight and guidance around what the energy is at the moment. It's nice validation around that bigger picture that things are still moving along. And I also do weekly reads as well for each star sign too. So let's get started. I'll show you I'm using the Sun and the Moon Tarot today, and also my own deck, which is the Elizacle deck. You'll have to excuse the print on that one. It's still, I've only just finished it a couple of weeks ago, so I wanted to have a play with it for a while before I printed it off, in case I found any mistakes, which I have, 3 so far. Always good. Alright, so first guys, Sagittarius, I'm going to have a look at love, relationships, all of that kind of energy for you, okay? So I've already given the cards a nice good shuffle before I started the video today, so I didn't waste too much of your time doing that. So I'll just shuffle until they tell me to stop. They, my guides, the energy that be. Love, love, love for Sagittarius in June. Relationships. Oh my, okay, the cards are ready to speak. Alright. Okay. For some of you this month, Sagittarius, there's definitely some frustrations through your love. You've been juggling around a little bit, but you're starting to kind of sit back and reflect. I feel like taking some time out, taking some time to see the bigger picture, testing the waters. You've got the Temperance card that sits there, but then, you're turning your boat out of troubled waters into calmer waters, over water. Also may mean a move away for some of you as well, okay, because you've got the Six of Swords that's there. So let's have a look and see. Okay, so Sagittarius, when I'm looking to set love and relationships, as I said, some of you would apply to partners, friendships, family, all of that kind of energy that sits there with it. I do feel that there has been some troubles in, and I want to relate this to a specific relationship, okay? I feel like though it's creating an energy that's broader, so for a lot of you this will apply to a partner relationship, but also very much so it may apply to a family relationship, because as I said, it's got that broader energy with it that's there, so it's encompassing family overall. Okay, so you've got the Three of Swords as your general energy over, as I said, which definitely talks about deceptions, frustrations, jealousies, and very much can also indicate that broken heart. It's kind of like that bummer love card that you get. So you've got the Two of Pentacles that's been showing that you've been you're juggling situations and around and ideas as well. You're kind of tossing up things, and it shows you're taking some time to really think about that, because you've got the Three of Swords, Three of Wands, but you've also got the Four of Swords there, which is just showing that you do need to take some rest, you do need to take some time out, but as I said, I get ideas because you've got the Temperance card that sits there, it's like, okay, all right, and you're starting to test things out, you're starting to see, but for some of you, you're going to see between those two energies that you're actually walking away from a situation, okay? So when I look at the energy further onto that, you've got the Transformation card that's there, and it's talking about blossoming into that true self. You've also got the Completions card. Now, you'll know within my deck the Completions card is the heavier one around endings. It means that things may, there's destruction. There's destruction that sits there, okay, but I want to say about destruction, I always liken it to that big bushfire that comes through, because everything looks black, everything looks destroyed, but when you sit back and look at it 2-3 weeks later, there's these beautiful bright green sprouts that are starting to come out from the tree. So it doesn't mean that devastation is a big word, but it also doesn't mean over. Okay, there's rebuild. So it's knowing that you're not alone. Okay, so remembering to seek support around you with the heavier moments that do come through this month. You also do have the love card though, and that very specifically is a beautiful energy around relationships and things like that. So as I said, for some of you, this is actually going to apply to family and not necessarily to that lover relationship that's there, and your intentions. Be clear on your intentions, okay, to clear the energy and shift away from perhaps some of the chaos that's been around with the relationship for you. It's about being clear on your intentions within there, being clear on your boundaries, being clear on your communication. Don't give the situation room to actually have problems. Make sure you're using your voice and being honest so that everything's clear, because I feel like I need to speak up a little bit more. I feel like I need to definitely speak up a little bit more. You've got the grounding card that's there that always just talks about, again, taking that time out to rest and to recuperate, to make sure your energies are connected and to make sure that you're really looking after yourself. Because as I said, for you this month, Sagittarius, or for some of you, there's definitely some challenges through relationships. I'm definitely leaning more towards family and things like that. But as I said, I can't doubt that there is definitely that connection of partnership that's there as well. All right. Be really clear. I'm not saying that you're responsible for the way that things are that's here, but I feel like they're carrying on a little bit because we're not being overly clear with our intentions within the chaos. Okay, so be clear on intentions. Be prepared for the fact that you're going to find yourself perhaps needing to move to calmer waters, remove yourself from a situation and just stand back. But it's actually going to give you a really nice clear space to step back into your own energy a little bit more. Okay, so that's what I have for you around love and relationships this month, Sagittarius. Let's have a look now at work, finance, business, career, all of that kind of energy that sits there with that. All right, let's have a look and see. So as I'm sitting here shuffling, what's going through my head is, if it's not one thing, it's another. So let's have a look. I was saying before in the last video, in these moments, it always feels quiet. I feel like I should have some kind of, I don't know, waterfall music or something. Maybe you can hear my fish tank. But yeah, I always want to, maybe I should just play a little bit of do. Alright, so work, finances, money, career, Sagittarius. Okay. Delays around money. Delays. Okay, so you've got the Five of Pentacles as the energy of your month for money and finances, career, work, and all that kind of energy. Okay, and you've also got the Dead End card that's there as the energy for the month. All right, around these things. Now you've got the Three of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, Temperance, the Seven of Swords. I feel like you're looking, you're taking time to look at things. There's something being offered around you, but you may not actually want it. But I feel like you need to kind of, it's not a choice of, beggars can't be choosers, but it's just a matter of kind of looking at situations and opportunities for what they do offer. The Five of Cups that's there, it talks about that there may actually be some money losses around you, but very much so it's about, not all is lost. We're still growing, we're still moving forward, there's still things to salvage from this situation. You've pulled the Temperance card again as well, so it's, when we're talking about it in this instance, it's there again, you might have those money restrictions. You've got the Five of Pentacles, you've got the Five of Cups as well. You've also got the Seven of Swords bar, and I mean, that's a really beautiful positive card as far as things being able to fall into place. It's like a wish card, plans and hopes and all of that kind of energy that's there. So the male card, okay, so in this context it's there, it's very much about calling on that masculine strength, and it's not about stereotyping between, female being stronger or male or anything else like that. It's just representing that stand-up energy that's there. You've also pulled the love card, okay, within that's there. So I feel that's for some of you, and it's that balance between if we're in a relationship or living together and all that kind of energy, there's a blend, okay, but you've got the transformation card that sits there. You've also got the uncertainty card that comes along with that, okay, and that comes along though with the change of luck. And you've got the Seven of Swords there, so that's what I'm saying, we are headed towards the knees, we are headed towards, but I'm feeling like, as I said, when I'm sitting in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, if it's not one thing, it's another. And I feel like that energy is resonating in with this and that you just need to be patient around it. I don't feel like we're headed on some downhill journey around with it. It's just a really stagnant energy. It's like not a lot is shifting. Not a lot is shifting, not a lot is moving. But we've got it. And then, you've got 3, 4, 5 as well. Things are moving. Things are moving. And if I wanted to get technical, 3, 4, 5, temperance, 6, yes. But then you got 7 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, okay. You got changes coming up. You've got changes coming up. But as I said, everything's sitting a little bit stagnant. You can hear it even as I'm talking. I'm like, it's like I'm ploughing my way through a thick energy that's just kind of hanging around. It's like fog on the freeway. But the fog will pass. Okay, so I do feel that things are going to be sitting pretty stagnant. Not in a negative, not in a positive, just in a stagnant way. But you're starting to work things out. And if opportunities come along, for some of you, there are opportunities that have been waiting. As I said, it might not be quite what you expected, but I feel like you need to put that energy into it and start moving forward. Because all's not lost in that situation. And as I said, it does move forward. It does move you forward, okay? So just keep that in mind around that side of things for you guys as far as work and career and all of those kind of little bits and pieces goes, okay? So I just say love before. I think maybe because I have the love card out. But work, career, finances, you guys know that. All right, so now I'm just going to have a look at just what you need to, I hate that word, need, just what is around you most, okay? So I don't focus on any particular subject with this. I just allow the energies that come through that need to, all right? So what you need to know most, what you should know. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, finding out the truth about a matter affecting the balance, because you've got justice. The Nine of Swords, letting go of emotions. Yeah, so it's very much touching on the relationship side of energy around with that. But you've got the Ace of Cups, which is always nice and security, bossing emotions, arguments around you, battles around you. 5 of Wands, as I said, I do feel that some of that restrains to that broader, as I said, and that very much encompasses that energy when we're talking about the relationship side of things. 8 of Swords, frustrations, feeling a bit bound and gagged. But, be mindful that you're not creating your own prison around you, okay? You've also got the Ace of, you've also got the Ace of Pentacles as well. All right, so I won't say, because your energy for the month as well is about self-denial, okay? It's being stubborn, self-sabotage, all of those kind of little bits and pieces that are there. And this energy is sitting very much around the Eight of Swords, so don't get in your own way this month. When your intuition and your energy saying, no, I should, don't let your fears and little excuses, I haven't got time, get in the way. Okay, let it flow. Just let it flow. I think you're going to really enjoy the energy that brings in. It's like, when you walk down the street and you feel quite good. That's what I feel like when you just pay attention to yourself this month. Sagittarius, and so crossroads. So if you've got the crossroads card that's there, it talks about decisions and choices and things like that. And as I said, I think that's very much applying to your relationship energy today, but also that decision to stay clicked in with yourself. You've got that Be Positive card, which very much just talks about the fact that your attitude is a choice. And as I said, walking down the street, looking at the sky, going, wow, the trees are beautiful. I'm really going to make the most out of my days. Okay, just humour yourself and try it. I feel that there's a really nice, beautiful energy that's there. So you've got a healing card that's there as well. Okay, which talks about just being patient, but allowing healing to come in. And I do feel off the back of the relationships and things like that as well, you do need to make a little bit of peace that's there. So as I said, you got a nice prosperity card that's sitting there. So as I tell you, things are feeling a little bit stagnant around with, work and all of those kind of little bits and pieces, but that's good as well, because it just means that they're sitting still. But financial security and things like that. And that's where I say I feel like it is just in this moment. So it's all good. It's all good. We're not on no downhill thing. The female card is very much just about, staying true to yourself, and that, for those of you that are female, the changes that are coming in around, it means that they have to come from within, okay? These changes aren't going to be instigated from outside, they're going to come from within. And be mindful, as I said, of the self-denial card that sits there with it. I don't want to be too airy-fairy with your reading, but it definitely is, as I'm wrapping up here, giving me that energy about you guys clicking in with your intuition a lot lately, and I feel like I can be quite broad with that. Ride with that journey. It's trying to give you messages. It's trying to give you messages as far as just how you're feeling and who you are, and I feel like as well tapping into a little bit of extra power. And when I say power, it's never with ego, but a little bit of extra power around yourselves as well. So there's a really nice, beautiful energy that's there. So Sagittarius, thank you so much for taking the time today to spend with me through this reading. I hope that you've liked it. As I said, if you have, please give the video a thumbs up, and if you feel so fit to, please subscribe as well. It'd be really appreciated. I'm really enjoying watching the community grow. There'll be a Facebook live feed on Friday evening as well, where I'll be doing some free readings. So hope to see you there, but until then, take care and be well.